Megyn Kelly, not necessarily the voice of reason on Fox News, but occasionally she does get things right. And this is what happened last night when Newt Gingrich tried to tell Megyn that she was obsessed with sex. Take a look.
My point to you is, as a media story, we don't get to say the 10 women are lying. We have to cover that story, sir.
Oh, sure. Okay, so it's worth 23 minutes of the three networks to cover that story. And Hillary Clinton, in a secret speech in Brazil to a bank that pays her $225,000, saying her dream is an open border where 600 million people could come to America. That's not worth covering.
That is worth covering.
You want to go back through the tapes of your show recently? You are fascinated with sex, and you don't care about public policy.
Me?
Now, that's
Really?
what I get out of watching you tonight.
You know what, Mr. Speaker? I'm not fascinated by sex, but I am fascinated by the protection of women and understanding what we're getting in the Oval Office. And I think the American voters would like to know.
And therefore, we're going to send Bill Clinton back to the East Wing because, after all, you are worried about sexual predators.
Yeah, listen, it's not about me. It's about the women and men of America. And the poll numbers show us that the women of America in particular are very concerned about these allegations and in large part believe that they are a real issue. And
do you want to
don't
comment?
dismiss
Do you want to comment
the women
on whether the Clinton?
summarily.
Do you want to comment on whether the Clinton ticket has a relationship to a sexual predator?
We on the Kelly File have covered that story as well, sir. I will tell you
I
the
just want to hear
polls.
you use the words. I want to hear you use words. Bill Clinton, sexual predator. I dare you. Say Bill Clinton, sexual predator.
Mr. Speaker, we've
Disbarred
covered.
by the Arkansas bar. Disbarred by the Arkansas bar. $850,000 penalty.
Excuse me, sir. We on the Kelly File have covered the Clinton matter as well. We've hosted Kathleen Willey. We've covered the examples of him being accused as well, but he's not on the ticket. And the polls also show that the American public is less interested in the deeds of Hillary Clinton's husband than they are in the deeds of the man who asks us to make him president, Donald Trump. We're going to have to leave it at that, and you can take your anger issues and spend some time working on them, Mr. Speaker. Thanks for being here.
And you too.
Okay, keep in mind, Newt Gingrich, this is a guy whose wife was in the hospital for cancer treatment, walked in there, made her sign divorce papers so he could marry a woman half her age in perfect health. This is the guy who led the crusade against Bill Clinton to impeach him for Monica Lewinsky, which then actually resulted in Clinton leaving office with the highest approval rating in modern history, by the way. But if anyone on that television show last night is obsessed with sex, it's Newt Gingrich. That's all this man thinks about. That's all he knows. And I guarantee you, as soon as his current wife gets a little bit older, he's going to trade her in for a younger model. He is just like Donald Trump, and that's why he is doing everything possible to help people understand that, hey, Donald Trump's not such a bad guy. Yeah, he grabs them in places where he shouldn't. He forces himself upon them, but that's not sexual predator behavior. That's just, the typical boys will be boys, locker room type BS that we're being fed by Trump and his surrogates and the rape apologists in the Republican Party. There is nothing acceptable about anything Donald Trump has said about women. Nothing. Go back and find a positive thing that he said about a woman that doesn't involve her looks. This election is about misogyny and sexism and rape culture in America. Donald Trump is another Brock Turner, except he didn't have to spend a single day in jail for any of this. Newt Gingrich's the same way. And that's what we're cultivating in the United States. And that is why somebody like Donald Trump was able to ascend to the seat of power that he currently holds at the top of that Republican ticket. Newt Gingrich, he gave up his power because he was essentially forced out, but he's the same way. Rudy Giuliani, the same way. You can go down the list of the very few people who still support Donald Trump and find the exact same pattern of behavior because they stick together. That's just what scumbags do.